Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to opening day here in the year 2020 in the first ever game in Vancouver Whalers franchise history as we trot out Danny Salazar and we will take on Shohei Ohtani in the Los Angeles Angels in a 4-game stand. Now, this is going to be the first home opener as well, so this is a big monumental step in history. So our opening day lineup, we will have Kyle Tucker and Yasiel Puig, both corner outfielders, batting 1 and 2. Scooter Gennett and Mark Trumbo on the right side of the infield, batting 3 and 4. And then Melky Cabrera will be in the DH spot. Tim Beckham will bat 6. And Leonis Martin will be the center fielder, batting in the 7 hole. Kozar and Stubbs will line out, will end the lineup. Now this is the lineup we're going up against for the Angels, and without further ado, let's take it down to the field.
A whole lot of work went into the last offseason for this franchise with a new home and a new identity starting this year. Heidi Watney has more on the rebirth to this organization.
Matt, it's been a hectic offseason for the front office and players alike as the franchise has finally made the move that's been in the works for some time now. There's plenty of excitement in their new city as fans have embraced their new hometown heroes, and you can feel the buzz all over town as fans look for sightings of the players out and about. With the offseason business concluded, though, it is time to settle in for the first season of this new chapter in franchise history.
So here is Salazar on the mound. He did not play really at all last year, only one start due to injury, and he will be our ace going into this franchise. And we're going to have a lot of building to do, but we have some veterans on the squad. Let's see what they can do. So here's Andrelton Simmons to lead it off for the Angels. Hit .264 last year, and on the 3-2 count, he will hit one hard up the middle off of Salazar's back, and Mark Trumbo will field it, and that's going to be a leadoff single here for the Angels. But take a look. Wow, Salazar's hurt on the first play, so he will have to leave the game, and we're going to have to go to our bullpen already after one batter. Can you believe it? Clay Buchholz is going to get the start now. I guess it's not an official start, but he will have to pitch probably for the remainder of this game as long as he can. And up comes David Fletcher in the 2-hole. He hits a ground ball to Trumbo, who can't handle it, and he does flip it to first base. Buchholz is there to cover, and it is the first out of the game. So up comes Anthony Rendon, their new signing. He will watch one low in the zone, and that one will be a walk. So now guys on first and second with MVP candidate Mike Trout every single year at the plate. And on a 1-2 count, he gets a hanger and just misses that one. It's foul now on the left field line. On the next pitch, he gets a low one in the zone, and he is going to ground out to second base, and we will turn to Tim Beckham with the throw over to first base. And we get out of this first inning there, as that 3-4 in the Angels lineup is scary to face. So here is Kyle Tucker to lead it off in the bottom of the first. He gets a pitch to hit, and he's just going to ground out to shortstop. Simmons handles that one for an easy out. So up comes Yasiel Puig in the 2-hole. I'm going to need him to deliver this year, as he is the highest rated guy on the roster, I believe, and he will strike out there. So now with 2 outs, up comes Scooter Gennett, trying to revitalize his career, and his first step bat is going to be a hit for the first ever hit in Whalers franchise history. He gets on first. I really like those two at 3 and 4 to start it out, Trumbo and Scooter Gennett. As up comes Trumbo, he's trying to revitalize his career as well, and he gets a pitch on the outside part of the plate, and he can't keep up with that one, and that one will be a strikeout as we move on to the bottom of the second inning. Melky Cabrera at the plate. He gets a pitch to hit, and he will hit it up the middle, and that is a nice way to start out the second inning. Way to go straight up the box with that one. And now guy on first base here with Tim Beckham coming here in the 6-hole. He gets a pitch to hit on the outside part of the plate, and he goes with it. It is going to be caught in right field by Goodwin. And that is pretty lucky there. That was pretty close to being a 2-0 game, as up comes Leonis Martin, and he is going to swing at a low pitch in the zone. He strikes out, and that brings out 2 outs in the inning. Up comes Zach Cozart. He gets a pitch to hit, and he's going to drive it deep to left field. That one will bounce off the wall and left. And look at us. We're going to round third with Melky. We're headed home. And let's see. In the first run of the game comes in, and Cozart is going to be the first ever, going to have the first ever RBI in Whalers history. Is now man on second base with Stubbs coming up to the plate. He's an athletic catcher. Watch out for him. And he watches one on the outside part of the plate. And now guys on first and second. Kyle Tucker, can he keep this inning alive and maybe even drive in the second run of this game? He gets a pitch right over the middle. And it's going to be a pop-up. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, I am going to play with classic pitching and also directional hitting so that I do get the most out of the players' ratings. I do want to have user outcome, but I don't want to just influence it all the way. I want the ratings to also play a big part as we move on to the 3rd inning. And here Albert Pujols starts it out with a double down the right field line. The next batter comes up, and that is going to be Simmons, who hits one up the middle, and he is going to beat this one out at first base as Tim Beckham can't field that one cleanly. That is going to be a problem going forward. He's not the best fielder at short. And that brings up David Fletcher here with 1 out. He hits one hard to Trumbo, and Trumbo can't handle it. He goes home, and Pujols with 0 speed still beats it out. And wow, 1-1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. And now we're moving to the middle part of their lineup. Anthony Rendon at the plate. He's going to watch an outside fastball. And there we go. Now 2 outs. Let's get out of this inning with only 1 run of damage. But Trout comes up and hits one to left field, and that is going to be a single. And now that loads up the bases as that brings up Tommy La Stella, the center fielder. He drives one deep to center field, and let's see if that one does stay in the park, and it does. It hits off of the wall, and Yasiel Puig fields it, and that one will score all 3 runs. And now it is 4-1 here in the 3rd inning. And Justin Upton comes up next, and he will hit one deep to center field, but that is a routine pop fly for Martin in center. And now it is 4-1. And now we move on to the top of the 4th inning. Here's Goodwin at the plate. He's going to hit one to left field. And Kyle Tucker just misplays that one. And that one's going to get all the way to the wall. Tucker does run it down, though, and does prevent Goodwin from getting to 3rd. And now a man on second base here with no outs to start the top of the 4th. Here the next batter comes up. That's going to be Jason Castro, the catcher. He's going to hit a chopper to Scooter Gennett. And that one will be 1 out here in the inning. Albert Pujols comes up next. He already has a double in this game. He hits one deep to center. It is going to get over the head of Martin. And he comes up throwing, and Pujols already has 2 doubles. But look at this. He's going to go for 3. I fell asleep at the wheel that time, and Pujols somehow rounds third. I did not expect him to go. I fell asleep. I thought it was just a double, and he makes it a triple. Here comes Andrelton Simmons at the plate, and he hits one over the 3rd baseman, Cozart, and that is going to make it 6-1. So the Angels have opened up this game. Buchholz is in trouble as we do keep him in the game as we get a grounder too short, and we will get out of that inning off of that double play. But 6 runs of damage done through the first 4 innings. And now we move on to the bottom of the 6th inning. Here is Scooter Gennett, who's already got a hit in this one. He hits one hard up the middle, and he's got the first multi-hit game of Whalers history. And now we have a man on first here, and we do move him to second base now with 1 out. Melky Cabrera at the plate, and he gets hit. And I don't know if they still think we're the Astros, but now they have a man. Now we have guys on first and second here. Tim Beckham at the plate. He gets a hanger right over the middle, and that was squared up right over the middle, but a liner right to Mike Trout. And now that brings up Leonis Martin, and he comes up to the plate, hits a chopper up the middle, and that one does sneak through the infield, and Mike Trout comes up throwing, and it's going to be a perfect dime of a throw. And we are not going to get any runs in this inning. Wow, Mike Trout just guns out his man at home. And now we move on to the bottom of the 7th inning as up comes Stubbs to the plate. And he's going to hit one to right center, and that is going to reach all the way to the wall. And I'm just learning this ballpark. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Triple's alley for sure. That is a long ways to run for the center fielder anytime. So getting lefties that can hit to that right center gap is definitely going to benefit us. As up comes Kyle Tucker, who hits one to right field, and that one will drop right in front of Goodwin. So we're on the board once again, making it 6-2. We still have time left in this game, as now we're into the bottom of the 7th. The skipper, Joe Madden, will come out. And it looks like he's going to go on to his bullpen and bring in Jamie Barria, who looks like he didn't have a great year last year. So let's see if we can start to mess with him and his ERA and his stats RA to start this season. So here's Scooter Gennett coming up, and he hits one to right field, and that's a 3-hit game for Scooter, as that brings up Mark Trumbo to the plate. Guys on first and second. 2-2 count. He gets a pitch to hit, and this one's going to be deep to left field, and it's going to be gone. What a game. 5-6 here in the opener. We didn't expect much out of this Whalers team, and Justin Upton runs out of real estate. That one's gone. Mark Trumbo just hit a missile into the air. Look at that thing travel. And now it's 5-6 as we're still into the 7th inning. Melky Cabrera at the plate. He hits one up the middle, and that one sneaks through. So he has 2 hits in this game as well. And this 7th inning will continue. Let's see if we can continue to hit the ball well, as we get it to a 3-2 count with Tim Beckham at the plate. And he can't wait back long enough on that off-speed pitch. And we're going to move on to the later parts of this game now. We're going to bring in Brad Peacock out of the bullpen, one of the former Astros who decided to sign with the Whalers still. And now here comes Anthony Rendon at the plate here in the top of the 9th inning, and he's going to pop up to Leones Martin in center, and that will bring up Mike Trout with 2 outs, 1-2 count. And he swings that one low and in the dirt, and that one will be a drop, 3rd strike. As now we move on to the 9th inning as they bring in Ty Buttrey out of the bullpen. I'm not really sure if he's their full-time closer, but he's closing out this one as that brings up Kyle Tucker, the top of our lineup, to start out the 9th. And he hits one hard to short, and he almost beats it out, probably by a half of a step. He's out. And that brings up Yasiel Puig, who is 0 for 4 in this game on a 1-2 count. He swings that one up in the zone. That's some high heat, 98 mile an hour. And that brings up Scooter, who's already got 3 hits in this game. And he hits one up in the zone, and that one is going to be a routine pop fly to Mike Trout. And that is going to be the game, as we made it a game, 6-5. And that was an awesome way to kick off the season. It would have been better with a win, but I'm still optimistic about this team. I know we're not the greatest, but we showed some signs of life, especially with Scooter Gennett having a 3-hit game, Trumbo hitting that home run, and also, you know, just some other guys that showed me some things. One thing I am worried about are the errors, though. We had 3 of them in this game, and hopefully Salazar is all right. But that is opening day here in the Whalers franchise. So if you're excited for more, hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I be trying to do me, but they be trying to copy though. Only problem with that is they not me though. People act cool, but really they be shiesty though. They say they got your back, but they ain't even behind me though. I be low key, but police be trying to find